of La Penta. This is WICR.
Hello, Iona College. We are rolling along with our third annual Halloween Radiothon. Shows started at 9 a.m. this morning, gonna keep running until 12 a.m. And I'm honored right now to be joined by Big Shot Rob. Rob and I, along with our Mama Deo, comprising of the Big Three, we're gonna be finishing it off tonight, 11 to 12 a.m. Big Shot Rob, you ready for that big slate tonight?
I cannot wait, and everybody wait till you see my costume for tonight.
See, that's the thing, Rob. I feel bad because, we were going to try to all come in costumes for it, and I just dropped the ball on that one. Does it help at all that I wore the LeBron James Cavs jersey?
Oh, it does. It's opening night. An NBA opening night, most important day of the year.
And here's the thing. Between doing all the work, getting last-minute things done for the Radiothon preparation, Rob and I, we had our fantasy basketball draft. And, Rob, I'm confronting you on the air about it. Now, if you listen to the Sports Vault, I'm sure you do. Everybody would know that when I asked Rob who he thought the MVP was going to be this year, he said Anthony Davis. I thought it was a great pick. You look at Anthony Davis, he's continued to grow, get better and better year after year. His improvement's really been remarkable. He's one of the most dynamic playmakers in the NBA. So, Rob, you had a chance to take Anthony Davis last night, and you went with Carmelo Anthony. Rob, I was horrified. I don't know what other words to say. Why did you take Carmelo Anthony over Anthony Davis, Rob?
This was a hard choice, and the reason why I kind of stuck with Melo, Joe, is I wanted a guy who's going to give me about 30 points a game. That's something that I've been suffering a lot with in fantasy. Last year, Joe, we saw with my pick, I picked Kyrie Irving. The guy would give me about 18 to 20 points a game. And I just felt safer going with Carmelo that I'm going to get a lot of points scored. But you know what? I kind of am agreeing to today with when me and you had our discussion about my mess up. Anthony Davis, I would be getting rebounds besides getting 20 points a game. I would be averaging about over 10 to 12 rebounds a game. A lot of blocks.
Rebounds, points, assists. You get it all, Big Shot Rob. He does everything. He's the next version of LeBron. He's a Swiss Army knife. He does it all. I was horrified. Who'd you take with your second pick, Rob?
My second pick, I had to go with Big Al.
Al Jefferson. See, that is where you finally come back. Al Jefferson, unbelievable. I think he's the best center in the league right now. I really do.
He most definitely is, Joe. He dominated. We saw last year, Joe, the games, when they were the Bobcats last year, the Hornets, when they played the Heat, he dominated the Heat. He would drop about 30 points a game versus them, collect over 20 rebounds. And you know what? With Lance Stevenson in his roster this year, this Hornets team, you better really watch out for them.
We were doing our NBA overview yesterday. We're big buyers on the Hornets. ESPN really cool this morning. They did an interview with Michael Jordan, and it was a really good interview talking about kind of his transition as an owner, and man, he wants that 7th ring really bad.
Yeah, he was saying it will be like the greatest thing that could happen to him. When he bought this team, when he bought the Bobcats, such a small market team, Joe, and when you look at the roster they used to have, Gerald Wallace was maybe their best player that they had for that franchise, and just the way he's helped make it grow, from a couple years ago when they were the worst team, when I believe they had like 12 wins in the season. Yeah. And you look back what Michael Jordan has done and all the scrutiny he's gone under. Oh, Jordan can't be an owner in the NBA. He's been so terrible. Look at where he is now, and you tell me where you could actually say, I could have seen this happening with Michael Jordan. Because you know what? I'm so proud of what he's done with this team, what he's accomplished. With so many doubters in this world, with so much the media attacking you, Michael Jordan has found a way to make this team live and get far.
Great head coach, Lance Stevenson, Al Jefferson, good point guard in Kemba Walker, a lot of depth. This is a good team. They really are. And the best decision he made, Big Shot Rob, going back to the Charlotte Hornets, bringing back the color scheme we all love. I love it. I love bringing that back. Now, going back to fantasy for a minute, I've gotten a lot of criticism, Rob. People think that I pulled off some witchcraft, some voodoo magic to get LeBron James and Kevin Durant. You're on the air now. You witness it. Can you dispel all these myths right now?
I don't know. Did you set the order of the draft?
I did not set the order of the draft.
So you know what? You did not dispel it. It's only possible if you set the order.
It is.
So they pick it at random, ESPN. So I will defend you on this one.
Thank you.
As long as you didn't set the order, I'm fine with it.
It was honestly perfect timing because I had the number 1 overall pick, which was a tough choice. I mean, LeBron or anyone else. So you go with the LeBron with the first pick. So when you have 1, you don't pick. It is a 10-man draft, so you don't pick again until 20. Kevin Durant's the 23rd ranked player. So I had the 20th pick, 23.
You get the 2 top players in the NBA.
2 best players in the NBA. Unbelievable. I mean, here's what I'll ask you is, even with Durant being out for the first month of the season, how could he fall to 23? Is he really, even without playing a month, that worthy of being the 23rd pick?
No, I think it's just when it comes to fantasy owners, you want something. You want what's going to happen right away, Joe. What's going to give you the points right away?
That's a good point.
Last year with Russell Westbrook, a lot of people gave me scrutiny for picking Westbrook. I think I picked him in the 3rd or 4th round about it, but you defended me on that one. And Westbrook missed 2 months?
2 months,
and he really dominated coming back. So with Kevin Durant, I think it's a great pickup because once Durant's back in a month, if your numbers LeBron's going to give you about 25 points a game.
Yep.
Durant's going to give you maybe 27 to 28 points a game. LeBron 7 assists. Durant maybe 6 assists. You get put in their rebounds as well. You're coming out with unbelievable nights when these guys both play on the same nights together.
There's no question about it. Just kind of reiterate, you are listening to WICR's 3rd annual Halloween Radiothon. Obviously, we are sports guys at our core, but you've got to incorporate Halloween into there at some point. Rob, you're a huge Halloween guy. You love going to the haunted houses. You're a big haunted movie fan. So give me this big shot, Rob. It's Friday. It's Halloween. What is the go-to movie for Halloween? The scary movie. It's your go-to thing.
Just any movie in general that I would watch for Halloween?
This is your number 1, your favorite one.
Well, that really is a hard one because there's so many scary movies that I love.
Now, do you like the classics, like the Halloweens, the Jason ones and stuff, Nightmare on Elm Street, or do you like the more like the Conjuring type stuff?
I like the classics.
Okay.
I'm a huge Michael Myers fan, and I have to say this goes back to my uncle because when I was younger, my uncle used to own every single Halloween Michael Myers movie, and he's the reason why I'm so big on Halloween. But Halloween in general, that's my favorite movie with Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Myers. It's not really that scary, but it's just a classic that I love.
There you go. Now, I've got quite the conundrum, Big Shot Rob, because I'm in the same boat as you. You know, I want to watch some of the older classics. I love the Halloween ones, maybe a couple of zombie ones. But the Cleveland Cavaliers play on Halloween, playing who do they play? They play your Knicks?
Yeah.
They play the Bulls.
The Bulls are Friday. The
Bulls are Friday. That's right. They play the Knicks
night.
Thursday and the Bulls on Friday. So that's a good game. That's a really good game. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to bounce back and forth there. What is the go-to for Halloween? Does it switch because it's Halloween? It only comes around, or it's the second Cavs game of the year? What do you do?
I'm going to be sticking with my Halloween.
Okay.
That's just how I am. It's my favorite holiday. Besides, Christmas is my all-time favorite.
The go-to. You get the presents.
Halloween's one of my favorites. I just love dressing up, and just like that whole month of October, my uncle, since I've been a little kid, has always taken me to haunted houses. We've done almost all of New York City. This year we went all the way to Philadelphia because it just comes to a point where it's like you've gone upstate. Where else do you go to? Like we just are trying to find anywhere to go, me and my uncle, and we always get a nice group to go with us, our cousins, and it's just a great event.
Do you get a lot of trick-or-treaters at your door?
I would say usually I do in my neighborhood, but I'm not there.
I don't get any. I get like 2.
Wow.
2 people a year. And here's the thing, I feel bad for my mom. We will have candy apples and cupcakes in the studio later. So if you want to come by for those, you'll have to fight off some people for them. But they will be here. She makes all this really nice stuff, and nobody comes because where my house is, which means more for me. So I don't mind it that no one comes to my house for trick-or-treating. I really don't. I'm a little selfish. I don't want you to come to my house for trick-or-treating. If everyone listens, stay away, all right?
I think my dad's the same way. My dad loves Halloween because even like yesterday, we see him buy a bag of candy, and I'm like, Dad, I know you're not sending this up for the trick-or-treaters. This is for you. He's like, don't tell your mother. I'm like, oh, just my father being my father.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, we wanted to come on for a little while, give you a little warm-up. Rob, myself and Mr. Armand Madeo, I just saw him in the control room. We will be holding down the 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock shift. Rob will be in costume. I don't know what Armand's doing. Me, I'm sticking with the LeBron jersey. We'll come in. We got the Spurs game we're going to watch. And then when we come on, Halloween, NBA, everything under the sun. There's the World Series tonight too, Rob. I keep forgetting about it. You think the Giants take it tonight with PV on the mound?
PV
I don't trust
struggled.
PV, yeah.
Yeah, PV. I feel that Jake PV does better when he faces NL batters, and versus an AL lineup, he's really struggled versus AL lineups. And I see the Royals winning this one. If they win this one, Joe, and they go Game 7, I have the Giants winning it in 7. When you look at it, if you win Game 6, you're winning Game 7.
Yeah.
The Royals, you got so much momentum, and it's time for Kansas City to celebrate. 29 years has been such a long wait, and you know what? It's about time.
There you go. Hey, the Giants need it done. You put Madison Bumgarner on the mound, but you know what? Tonight we'll be watching that in the Spurs game. But stay tuned with us throughout the day. More shows running until 12 a.m. Again, you're listening to WICR's 3rd annual Halloween Radiothon. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned throughout the day.